We're off to California for the weekend. I've decided to take Joyanne out to see her grandpa. Her cousin Peter has the weekend off, and he's never been to Yosemite. So we're going to go off to Yosemite and the Eastern Sierras after that. Should be a fun trip.
Fascinating.
Wheels down in San Francisco. Welcome to California. Peter picks us up. What's the first thing we do? Filipino food. Pancit, lumpia Shanghai style, and sisig. Next morning we take off. We go to the Black Bear Diner apparently, and it was pretty good. And we're driving 55 miles an hour, maybe 60 sometimes, but we're driving. Ooh, 200 miles, and 5 hours later we make it into Yosemite National Park. It was actually their birthday, 126 years old. It was declared a national park in 1890. Gee, did you know speeding kills bears? And so do hungry hunters. Here's one of the first views of Half Dome on the road into Yosemite Valley. There's actually a walking hiking trail that goes to the top of that. Where it gets so steep, there's actually a handrail that they've driven into the solid granite. Dad was a very good sport on this trip. He got out and took pictures with us and enjoyed the scenes himself. Of course, we took a few selfies along the way. Here's El Capitan, where Joyanne's standing in front of. It's the world's largest granite monolith in the world. And there were actually quite a few climbers on there that day. Not that you can see really with the naked eye, but here's a map of the routes that you can take up El Capitan, and you might recognize where some of the people are on the face of it later in the video here.
El Capitan, the world's largest granite monolith. There's a waterfall. Not much in the way of snow runoff this year, especially at the end of summer here. That's what provides the water for this waterfall, snow runoff. Well, Joyanne and I think we see somebody climbing El Capitan here. See if we can zoom in. See what if you guys agree there's somebody actually there or not. We'll have to look at the map, see if that's one of the routes.
This video doesn't do justice to the size and grandeur of El Capitan. You'd have to see it for yourself. These people are only halfway up, and the only way you can kind of see them through via the naked eye is with this guy wearing the bright colors. You were able to kind of assume there was somebody there. Now, I'm looking at a 3-inch screen on this video camera. I just kind of zoom in. You can't even see the other guys that are with him. There's the one guy there, and just above him, there's the other person or persons that this person's climbing with.
We'll have to go see. Joyanne thinks she sees somebody. Think you see somebody, baby? Where? Joyanne thinks you see somebody where?
Like right next to the dark strip.
Okay, see where the shadow is on the right. Okay, and then the dark stain, right? And then to the left of the dark stain somewhere.
Down a little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there they are. Looks like somebody's there, huh? They're setting up camp for the night?
What do you mean?
Well, they spend the night up there.
Why would they do that?
They'll be in a hammock.
What if they fall and die?
Well, we're all gonna eat it one day. Yeah, looks like there's somebody there. Zoom back out. Capitan. Wow.
We made our way out of Yosemite Valley back onto 120, headed east and onto the eastern side of the Sierras. Right off Mono Lake, we went and ate in Lee Vining at the Epic Cafe. We had chicken pot pie, some salad. Peter had the baby back ribs, and Dad had the chicken pot pie also. It was very good. We spent the night there in Bridgeport at the Bridgeport Inn, and put Dad up for the night and told him we'd be back in a few hours. We're headed out to go find some hot springs in the middle of the night. So we drove about 6 miles out of Bridgeport into the hills there, the National Forest, and over towards Buckeye Hot Springs.
It's a stump. It's a burned out stump. All right, you guys ready to make it down the hill? Oh, I need my towel. Don't forget your towel. See and hear this? You see the steam? This runs down into the pools from up here. Comes right out. See that? Comes right out of the ground right there. You see that? See where it's coming out of? It goes right down into the pools from here. Yeah, and the pools are right below here. Okay? Let's go. What do you think? Is it warm as heck? This is sweet looking. This is the first pool and it goes down into the other pool. Is there anybody else
Now
here?
this hot spring is clothing optional, so etiquette dictates that once you get down there and there's other people, you kind of keep your
Sweet,
flashlight
huh?
to yourselves.
Well, this is my pool right here. Joyanne's turn. What you think? You good? Is it hot? Too hot to just jump in, huh? Let's scoot in. What's the matter? Kind of hot? No. Oh, okay. My turn.
It was at this moment Peter knew he made a mistake.
Okay, that's just really hot. Don't do that.
That's like 100-something degrees,
No,
man.
that shit is
120,
really hot. Don't do that.
130. Holy shit,
That's a
dude.
bad idea.
A nice long hot soak was just what the doctor ordered after 6 or 7 hours in the car. Joyanne saw more stars than she's ever seen, got to see the Milky Way. The moon was not out, it was a nice dark night. We saw some satellites floating around and even saw some shooting stars. The next morning we got up early and toured downtown Bridgeport, all one block of it. Apparently the Bridgeport Inn, one of the rooms, is haunted. Of course, Joyanne wants to stay in that room next time.
As Ty was being released, he met his fate.
Ah, ironically. Come on, see what's in the trophy locker. Deep freeze. Let's see what's in them. What? Are you looking for a job? 55 and over? I ain't 55 and over. U.S. Department of Labor, yeah. See, it's in deep freeze. Here at Ken's. Anything in there?
That's a big fish.
Wow. 3 1/4. 6 pounds. Holy smokes. We got on your side, baby. Anything good? Holy smokes. Power bait. How big is that one?
5.
5 pounds. So the other one is a 6 pounder. All right. Want to take a look inside Ken's Sporting Goods? Film? What's film?
Oh no, San Juan worms. We use those in the White River in Arkansas. Caught some nice browns too.
This is a brown
Looks like a
trout.
crawfish.
No, that thing, the brown trout.
Yeah, that might be a brown. Didn't catch one that big though. Mouse. See, here's the actual bullets that they're supposed to imitate. Man, that's a big old bolt. Llano County Jail. Made of natural stone, mined locally, total cost $5,750 US gold coin. 1883. Solid rock. 2 feet thick. Does that keep them warm? Old County Jail, Llano County. Did anybody escape?
Well, after our tour of downtown Bridgeport, we went back to the hotel room and picked up Dad. We went into the inn for breakfast and asked our server if Haley was working. And she goes, "I'm Haley." I said, "What up, Oak Cliff gangster girl?" And she realized who I was when I had made reservations and gave her my email address with 972TX. She recognized the area code and we talked a little bit on the phone. Apparently she grew up in Oak Cliff in the Dallas area. But after breakfast, we went over back to the hot springs there because it's, during the daytime. I want Peter and Joyanne to see it during the daytime because right down the road there is obviously an old campsite for the First Nations people, the Miwoks, that lived in the area here in California.
Down the hill
I found
to the hot springs.
lots of obsidian flake and artifacts there
Somebody camped.
a few years ago, and actually found a broken in half arrowhead that somebody had obviously been working, and it fractured and broke in two, and they just kind of tossed it on the ground and never finished it. So we were out looking for artifacts and arrowheads and stuff. Can't remember that part about clothing optional at this hot springs. Yeah. Well, right up the hill from the hot springs is a much cooler pool, and of a pool of tranquility. Remember, one does not wash their face in the pool of tranquility.
Yeah, but if you can find a spot with a lot of small flakes in an area, probably means somebody was sitting and working in a spot. Found a bunch of flakes right behind me, all small ones. You can see all the smaller flakes. But if you can find a spot where there's a bunch of flakes in one area, that means, you know, somebody's been sitting here doing their flint napping around a campfire and stuff. Hopefully you can find one where they made a mistake and just discarded it. Find any stuff, Pete? What do you got? Yeah, got some larger flakes.
Dragon glass.
Dragon glass.
Winter is coming.
See, we got enough stuff to kill how many zombies?
Oh.
And you can see some of it's kind of a gray, translucent. Where's my finger? There it is. Gray, translucent. That's all been worked. Flint Nap. This is probably from the Napa Valley. Miwok's trading over to here.
Because the night is dark and full of terror.
That's right. Those holes in the rocks? Yeah. That's probably, yeah. It's probably where they ground stuff. That's probably absolutely some type of, you finding any flakes, baby? What you got?
What is this?
That's a melted aluminum or lead or something from the campfire. That's obsidian. There's two pieces right there. Yeah, looks like they had a spot where they were grinding stuff up here. I'm telling you, this was a very active site at one point. And if you can find flakes, small flakes in one area, look all around in that area. It's probably somebody that's sitting there working material in the past and just dropping, you know, the flakes on the ground as they work. And sometimes they'll break an arrowhead or something that they've been working on, and they'll just throw it on the ground and discard it. But yeah, that's probably an area where grinding stuff. It's on your face, baby. Yeah. Good. I like that big competitive.
Show Grandpa.
Oh, damn, that's a good size.
That's a big hunk, huh? Yeah, that's the piece I found over there. Show Peter. That'll kill a walker, huh? White walker.
You make your own arrow there, right?
Almost. They harvest the buckwheat flowers here, and the U.S. Forestry Service hires them to, you know, by the pounds, clean it out, and then they'll go and respread it in fire areas right before the snow starts, and the snow will melt it down, and they germinate the following spring. But these guys are gathering up California buckwheat.
Well, we finished playing in the Eastern Sierras and made our way back on 108, headed west.
Like a good spot.
Went through the U.S. Marine Corps
Do some
Mountain Warfare
training
Center
Corps.
on
Kind
108.
of mountainous.
You can actually see the tent. They were camping. They were
Probably picked a
playing
good
over
spot.
there, playing camouflage. And we made our way back west into the Bay Area.